All right, guys, how would you like to have more focus in your business, more focus on your numbers, more focus on your goals? How would you like to earn more money more quickly? And how would you like to know where you need to get great at next? So today we've got me, Colton Lindsay with winningtheinnergame.com, and AJ Mida with Lifestyle Agent. And we're going to share with you the numbers tracker. So before I want to kind of go over some of the things you're going to get from this, and I wrote a list down, is you're going to get and understand what key metrics to measure. And that's probably one of the most powerful things, so you can discover exactly where to be with your numbers throughout the year, and also learn what you're on track for to hit at the end of each quarter and the end of each year. All right, guys. So I want to, AJ, maybe tell us a little bit about your experience before the numbers tracker and after the numbers tracker.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks. So currently, just to give you a little background on myself, this is my third year in real estate. I'm beginning to build a team, which is awesome. So it's allowing me to take more time off and make more money, which is awesome. Everybody loves that. And this year we'll do about 10 million in volume, and that's all while working less than 30 hours a week on my real estate business. But before the numbers and the numbers tracker, basically, my first year, I only did 6 deals in the business. I didn't know what key metrics to track. I didn't know where I stood on any given day of what I needed to be doing to get to my goals. I was really just running around like a chicken with my head cut off. Some of you might have experienced that before. So near the end of 2013, my first year, is when I actually implemented a numbers tracker. And this was when everything changed in my business. I had true clarity on what key metrics I needed to be tracking and exactly where I stood in my business. And as soon as I implemented it, it wasn't really pretty where I stood. So I took massive action from that point forward, to where in 2014, I did the necessary activities to actually close 35 transactions and make a healthy 6-figure income. And I do contribute a lot of my success to the numbers tracker.
Awesome. Yeah, I know when I first started, I didn't even use a numbers tracker, right? I was just calling FSBOs, just calling expires, just calling SOI. I didn't even know. Maybe I tracked on a piece of paper the number of contacts that I had made and saying, hey, I want to hit at least X contacts, but I really didn't track the numbers. Then the next year, I started tracking just on an Excel spreadsheet, and that helped quite a bit. But what I found out is even doing that, I now knew how many contacts I was making and how many days I prospected and worked, but I didn't really know my ratios. I didn't know how many appointments I had to go on to get a listing. I didn't know how many contacts I needed to make to get an appointment, because even though I tracked those ratios weren't actually figured out. So in from the next year of just going into no numbers tracker to doing that way, I went from about $50,000 or $60,000 a year to over $100,000 a year. Then the next year, when I went from having an Excel spreadsheet to actually using the numbers tracker, actually knowing my ratios, I went up to over $215,000 in just a 1-year period. And what it allowed me to do is recognize where I need to get great at next. Was I ahead of my goal? Was I behind my goal? What did I need to do right this moment today to make sure that 8 months from now, when the year finishes out, I'm going to get paid what I want to get paid? And so that's what the numbers tracker has been able to do for me. And AJ, why don't you take a second and share your screen and show them exactly kind of what the numbers tracker is and what it looks like.
Perfect. Let me go ahead and pull this up here. All right. So here we are right here on the dashboard. So this is going to be your main screen that you're going to really look at to see kind of the pulse of your business. My 2 favorite columns on this dashboard here are what you're on track for. So at any given time, you're going to know exactly how much you're on track for to make. This is just an example. The goal here in 2015 was 125,000 paid income, and it's only on track for 62,000. So you can see you're a little bit behind on your goal. And if you come over here to this column, you see exactly where you should be currently year to date. So you see that gap. So you need to pick it up. You need to start making some more contacts, maybe spend a little more hours lead generated. So just going down the list here, you're going to know exactly where you are for days prospected, what you're on track for, where you should be, hours prospected, contacts, listing appointments, listings taken, and so on. Up here, you're going to have a goal for hours prospected per day. You're going to know exactly where you are, contacts per day, contacts per hour. You're going to know exactly, like Colton was talking about, your ratios. So if your goal is to close 60% of your listing appointments into listings taken, you're going to have a goal there and know your actual at any given point. You're going to know exactly how much money you're making per contact. If your goal is $50, you're going to know you're only making 26. hours income generated per hour prospected, your goal there, your actual. So pretty powerful stuff. You're going to have a this week view. So right here you can see the date, currently September 19th. It's always going to be on the current week. Under the weekly view, this is kind of where you can highlight certain weeks. So here we're on February 16th. If you want to see February 23rd, that automatically changes. So let's go ahead and put in some numbers here. Let's just say, you know, next year you have a goal for 200 grand. So you come here to the goals tab, you just type in $200,000, come back to the dashboard, that automatically changed. So now your should be is 143,000. So if your goal this year was to make 200 grand, you should be at 143. Pretty cool stuff. Now let's just say, you know, today's the 19th, like we just said. Let's say you made 10 contacts to your sphere, 10 expired contacts, 10 to withdrawals or canceled, and let's say maybe 10 to FSBOs. So there you got your 40 total contacts. Now let's count your leads. Say you got 3 leads prospecting, 1 lead from a past client. There you go. You got your 4 leads, and all the way through hours worked. You got 8 hours prospected. You got 4 contacts are already pulled in from the previous column. Same with leads generated. So you set 2 appointments, went on 1 listing, took that listing, you sold a listing, you have 10 in your inventory, let's say, and paid income, let's just say you made $6,000. And then you also have some additional information here that you can track. Now let's go back to the weekly view. So you can see how everything changed. So that's all filled in now. So pretty simple. You know, this isn't rocket science. Every day you just go ahead into the inputs, put in your daily activity, and it's all going to recalculate here on the numbers tracker dashboard. So you can see on track for, if you remember back a minute ago, you're only on track for about 62,000, and by putting in that 6,000 commission check, now we're on track for 124. So all that's also going to change. So pretty cool stuff. Colton, did you have any questions on this?
No, I think that that's pretty self-explanatory. What I like about this model, which is that you can track it every single day. What I was used to in my previous models that I've used is I had to just write it down on a piece of paper, then at the end of the week, add them up and put them in. But this, at the end of every single day, no matter where you're at, you know, especially where we're a lot more mobile in real estate these days, you know, I'll go prospect at a coffee shop or at my home office or wherever. Boom, when I'm done, I just type it in and I know exactly where my numbers are every single day. And that's one of the things that I've learned, AJ, from the Winning Series interviews is all these top producers, I can ask them exactly where their numbers are and they don't even flinch. They know exactly where they're at. And so if we as agents want to get to a next level, we need to model what these agents that are already at the next level that are doing, true or true. So I think that's super awesome. So one of the problems is agents, they get into this business excited with a drive and they just don't know where to focus that energy, right? They get stuck on where do I get great at next or where do I need to focus on? And the solution to that is to have a tool that harnesses that energy and that excitement, puts it in the right vehicle to be able to measure and increase your results. And that's why, you know, part of the opportunity is me and AJ wanted to share with you the numbers tracker. And what that you're going to get with the numbers tracker, and I wanted to pull this up, I had it on my computer. One of the things that you're going to get on the numbers tracker is you're going to have a Google Doc, the exact one that AJ just shared with you, with the exact key metrics to be able to measure those. Okay, you're going to have a training video on how to use the Google Doc to be able to use the numbers tracker so that you get familiar with it and it becomes just a part of you and your business. You're going to be able to have a system to track your metrics every single day from no matter where you're at. And is that powerful like that for you and your business, AJ? Has that been powerful to have that every day?
Yeah, I mean, game changer.
You're going to have numbers analyzed daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and annually, so you know exactly what you're on track for and what you need to step up to hit your goal. And also, if you're ahead of your goal, you can then increase your goal, right? No sense in backing off because you're ahead. Let's just increase it. Let's make it bigger. You're going to be able to know your annual projections, your list ratios, your appointment ratios, your contact ratios. The list just goes on and on with what you're going to be able to do with this. Some of the key benefits is you're going to have, like AJ told me before this video, a predictable and duplicatable business. So why are you giving these agents this opportunity, AJ? Why would you, why share this? Why give this out there?
Well, I mean, it means a lot to me because, you know, in my first year, I only sold 6 transactions. And if I would have continued on that trajectory, I'd be out of the business. You know, that's just the reality of it. So, you know, this has allowed to create such an amazing lifestyle for myself and for my family that I feel that every agent should be using this. And by withholding this type of information, I feel it's just doing a huge disservice to the industry. So it's my passion that everyone implements something like this and increases their business because, you know, as you know, Colton, we live in an abundant world, and as the real estate industry increases their game, it's just going to help all of us. So that's my intention.
Absolutely. And, you know, I remember when I first got in the business and my mastermind partners, or more importantly, my coaches and my mentors, and if it wasn't for someone like Bob Leffler that actually took the time to care for me and help me out, I wouldn't be in this business. And I remember I made the decision that once I mastered this game of real estate, I was going to do everything I could to empower agents out there, agents just like you that are watching, because I know a lot of where you guys are. I've been there myself. I've been through bouncing my head off of the brick wall. And so this is exactly why I want to be a part of this as well. So here's what I want to do for you guys. And I've been working on this for a little while with AJ to come up to a solution that we can get out to you guys that's extremely affordable. I know there's a lot of coaching companies that you have to be a part of their program to be able to get the numbers tracker. And, you know, agents are paying as much as what, $350 a month for a numbers tracker, AJ? I mean, you add that up, that's almost $4,000 a year. And, you know, I know you've spent time and money and energy to have this developed. And, you know, I think you're probably worth about $400 or $500 an hour prospecting right now. And so every hour that you spend on not prospecting, you spend it on somewhere else. I mean, that's really what someone like AJ is worth. So for him to take the time and do that's pretty powerful. So you're not going to pay anywhere near $350 a month for this, guys. You're not going to pay $297 a month. You're not going to pay $247 a month. And in fact, you're only going to pay $197 one time. That's it. No monthly fees. You get the numbers tracker. You get the training video. You get all the information to be able to harness and focus your drive and excitement to double and triple your income. And I know it will happen for you because it happened for me. It happened for AJ. So for you guys that want to take advantage of this opportunity, go ahead and send an email. And there's an email address in the link below. It's the numbers tracker at gmail.com. That's THENUMBERS tracker, TRACKER at gmail.com. Take advantage of this opportunity for only $197. Send that over. AJ will send some instructions back to you so where you can purchase, and you'll get the whole 9 yards. Anything else you want to add in, AJ?
That's it, guys. I mean, this is an amazing offer. $197 one time. You can use it year after year after year. So I'm hoping that you guys take advantage of it and change your business and make more money.
And that's what's interesting about this real estate business. Even though sometimes the way we communicate changes, 10 years ago, we weren't having Google Hangouts, right? But the numbers, the key metrics never changed in this business. Right. It's been the same key metrics for the last 200 years in real estate, and it will continue that way. So that's why this is an awesome opportunity. Thanks, guys. We hope to see you guys here, get the numbers tracker, and see you grow your business. We'll see you.